Clarity and thought are central themes in Buddhism, forming the foundation for a life of wisdom and compassion. In Buddhist philosophy, the mind is often compared to a clear, still pond. When undisturbed, it reflects reality accurately, but when agitated by thoughts and emotions, it becomes murky and distorted. Achieving mental clarity involves calming these disturbances and seeing things as they truly are. This process is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a profound transformation that touches every aspect of one's being. Buddhism teaches that our thoughts shape our reality. The way we perceive the world is deeply influenced by our mental states, which are often clouded by ignorance, attachment, and aversion. These mental afflictions distort our perception, leading to suffering and confusion. By changing the way we think, we can transform our experience of life, moving from a state of turmoil to one of peace and understanding. The journey toward clarity begins with understanding the nature of the mind itself. Buddhism offers profound insights into how the mind works and how it can be trained to achieve greater clarity. This involves cultivating mindfulness, developing ethical conduct, and engaging in meditative practices that calm the mind and sharpen awareness. Through these practices, we learn to observe our thoughts without being swept away by them, gaining insight into their transient nature. Moreover, Buddhist teachings such as the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path provide a comprehensive framework for transforming thought patterns. These teachings guide us in recognizing the root causes of our suffering and offer practical steps for overcoming them. By following this path, we learn to replace negative thought patterns with positive ones, fostering a mindset that is conducive to clarity and well-being. In essence, gaining more clarity in life through Buddhism involves a holistic approach that integrates ethical living, mental discipline, and wisdom. It is a continuous process of self-examination and growth that leads to a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. As we change the way we think, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of others, creating a ripple effect of positive change in the world around us. In Buddhism, understanding the nature of the mind is fundamental to achieving clarity and transforming the way we think. The mind is often compared to a clear, still lake that can become clouded by disturbances, much like how our thoughts and emotions can obscure our true nature. At its core, the mind is pure and luminous, but it is frequently veiled by ignorance, attachment, and aversion. These mental afflictions create a distorted view of reality, leading to suffering and confusion. The mind in Buddhism is not seen as a static entity, but as a dynamic process that is constantly changing. This fluidity means that our thoughts and perceptions are not fixed. They can be transformed through practice and understanding. By recognizing the impermanent and interdependent nature of our thoughts, we can begin to see through the illusions that bind us to suffering. One of the key teachings in Buddhism is that the mind has the potential for enlightenment. This potential is referred to as Buddha nature, an inherent quality within all beings that can be realized through diligent practice. By cultivating mindfulness and wisdom, we can peel away the layers of delusion and uncover this innate clarity. Understanding the nature of the mind also involves recognizing its role in shaping our experiences. Our perceptions are colored by our mental states, which means that a disturbed mind will perceive a disturbed world. Conversely, a calm and clear mind will perceive reality more accurately. This insight underscores the importance of mental discipline and ethical conduct in Buddhist practice. The concept of mental formations, or samskaras, further elucidates how our thoughts and actions create patterns in the mind. These patterns can either lead to more suffering or pave the way to liberation, depending on whether they are rooted in ignorance or wisdom. By becoming aware of these mental formations, we can begin to transform negative patterns into positive ones. In summary, understanding the nature of the mind in Buddhism involves recognizing its inherent purity, its dynamic and impermanent nature, and its role in shaping our experiences. Through mindfulness, ethical conduct, and wisdom, we can transform our minds and achieve greater clarity in our lives. Mindfulness, a core tenet of Buddhist practice, plays a pivotal role in achieving mental clarity. Rooted in the ancient teachings of the Buddha, mindfulness involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. This heightened state of awareness allows individuals to observe their mental processes without judgment or attachment, fostering a deeper understanding of the mind's nature. By practicing mindfulness, one can begin to see the transient nature of thoughts and emotions. Instead of becoming entangled in negative thought patterns or overwhelming emotions, mindfulness encourages a stance of detached observation. This detachment does not imply indifference, but rather a clear-sighted recognition that thoughts and feelings are fleeting and do not define one's true self. Such an approach helps in reducing mental clutter and promotes a sense of inner peace. Moreover, mindfulness cultivates a present-focused mindset. Often our minds are preoccupied with past regrets or future anxieties, which can cloud our judgment and obscure our perception of reality. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we can break free from these cyclical patterns of worry and rumination. This presence allows for a more direct and unfiltered experience of life as it unfolds, leading to greater clarity and insight. In practical terms, mindfulness can be integrated into daily activities through simple practices such as mindful breathing, mindful eating, or mindful walking. These practices involve paying close attention to the sensations and experiences associated with each activity, thereby grounding oneself in the present moment. Over time, this consistent practice can transform habitual ways of thinking and reacting, making way for a clearer and more focused mind. Furthermore, scientific research has shown that mindfulness meditation can lead to structural changes in the brain that enhance cognitive functions such as attention, memory, and emotional regulation. These findings underscore the profound impact that mindfulness can have on mental clarity and overall well-being. In essence, mindfulness serves as a powerful tool for achieving clarity by helping individuals disentangle from unproductive thought patterns and fostering a deeper connection with the present moment. Through regular practice, one can cultivate a mind that is both calm and clear, capable of perceiving reality with greater precision and understanding. The Four Noble Truths form the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy and offer profound insights into the nature of human suffering and the path to liberation. These truths are not just abstract concepts, but practical guidelines that can significantly influence the way we think and perceive the world. The first noble truth, often translated as "life is suffering," encourages us to acknowledge the inherent difficulties and challenges in life. This acknowledgement is not meant to induce despair, but to foster a realistic understanding of our existence. By recognizing that suffering is an integral part of life, we can begin to approach our thoughts and experiences with greater acceptance and less resistance. The second noble truth identifies the cause of suffering as craving or attachment. This truth invites us to examine our desires and how they shape our thoughts. Often, our minds are clouded by incessant wants and aversions, leading to a cycle of dissatisfaction. By understanding that our attachments are the root cause of much of our mental turmoil, we can start to cultivate a mindset that is less driven by cravings and more focused on contentment and equanimity. The third noble truth offers hope by stating that the cessation of suffering is possible. This cessation, known as nirvana, can be achieved by relinquishing our attachments and desires. This truth has a transformative impact on our thought processes, as it shifts our focus from external circumstances to internal states of being. It encourages us to develop mental habits that promote peace, such as letting go of grudges, practicing forgiveness, and embracing impermanence. The fourth noble truth outlines the path to the cessation of suffering through the Eightfold Path. This path provides practical steps for ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. By following this path, we can cultivate right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each aspect of the Eightfold Path directly influences our thoughts by promoting clarity, ethical behavior, and mental focus. In summary, the Four Noble Truths offer a comprehensive framework for transforming our thought patterns. By acknowledging suffering, understanding its causes, realizing its cessation is possible, and following a structured path to achieve this cessation, we can cultivate a mind that is clear, compassionate, and free from unnecessary turmoil. These truths encourage us to look inward and make conscious changes in how we think, ultimately leading to greater clarity and peace in our lives. The Eightfold Path, a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, serves as a comprehensive guide to achieving mental clarity and transforming the way we think. This path is divided into 8 interconnected practices that collectively foster wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we can cultivate a clearer, more focused mind. The first component of the Eightfold Path is right view, which involves understanding the nature of reality and the Four Noble Truths. This foundational perspective helps us see things as they truly are, free from delusion and ignorance. When we adopt right view, we begin to recognize the impermanent and interdependent nature of all phenomena, which in turn reduces our attachment to fleeting experiences and material possessions. Right intention follows as the second aspect of the path. It emphasizes the importance of cultivating wholesome intentions and motivations. By fostering thoughts of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness, we can steer our minds away from harmful desires and negative emotions. This shift in intention lays the groundwork for a more compassionate and clear-minded approach to life. The third and fourth elements, right speech and right action, focus on ethical conduct. Right speech encourages us to communicate truthfully, kindly, and constructively. By avoiding gossip, lies, and harmful language, we create a more positive mental environment for ourselves and others. Right action involves engaging in behaviors that promote harmony and avoid causing harm. This ethical foundation supports mental clarity by reducing the cognitive dissonance that arises from unethical actions. Right livelihood is the fifth aspect of the path, urging us to pursue occupations that do not cause harm to others. By choosing livelihoods that align with our values and contribute positively to society, we can maintain a clear conscience and reduce mental stress. The sixth element is right effort, which involves diligently cultivating positive states of mind while abandoning negative ones. This practice requires consistent effort to develop mindfulness, concentration, and other beneficial qualities. By persistently working towards mental refinement, we can achieve greater clarity and focus. Right mindfulness is the seventh component of the Eightfold Path. It entails maintaining awareness of our thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and surroundings in each moment. Through mindfulness practices such as meditation and mindful breathing, we can observe our mental patterns without judgment or attachment. This heightened awareness allows us to identify unwholesome thoughts and replace them with more constructive ones. Finally, right concentration involves developing deep states of meditative absorption, known as jhanas. These states of focused attention enable us to penetrate through superficial distractions and gain profound insights into the nature of reality. By cultivating concentration, we can stabilize our minds and achieve unparalleled clarity. In summary, the Eightfold Path offers a holistic approach to clear thinking by addressing various aspects of our lives, our views, intentions, speech, actions, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. By diligently practicing these principles, we can transform our thought patterns, reduce mental clutter, and attain a state of profound clarity that enhances our overall well-being. Meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, serving as a powerful tool for cultivating mental clarity. In Buddhism, meditation is not merely a technique for relaxation, but a profound method for transforming the mind and gaining insight into the true nature of reality. There are various forms of meditation practiced within Buddhism, each with its unique approach to fostering clarity and understanding. One of the most fundamental meditation practices is samatha, or calming meditation. This practice involves focusing the mind on a single object, such as the breath, a candle flame, or a mantra. By repeatedly bringing attention back to this focal point, practitioners develop concentration and tranquility. This concentrated state of mind helps to quiet the mental chatter and distractions that often cloud our perception, allowing for a clearer and more focused awareness. Another essential practice is vipassana, or insight meditation. Unlike samatha, which aims to calm the mind, vipassana seeks to cultivate deep understanding by observing the nature of thoughts and sensations as they arise and pass away. Practitioners are encouraged to observe their experiences without attachment or aversion, recognizing the impermanent and interdependent nature of all phenomena. This practice helps to dismantle habitual patterns of thought and behavior, leading to greater mental clarity and insight into the true nature of existence. Loving kindness meditation, or metta bhavana, is another practice that can significantly enhance mental clarity. By systematically cultivating feelings of love and compassion towards oneself and others, practitioners can dissolve negative emotions such as anger, jealousy, and resentment. This emotional purification creates a more harmonious inner environment, making it easier to think clearly and make wise decisions. Walking meditation is also a valuable practice for those seeking mental clarity. This form of meditation involves mindful walking, paying close attention to the sensations in the feet and legs as they move. Walking meditation helps to ground the mind in the present moment and can be particularly useful for those who find sitting meditation challenging. It provides an opportunity to integrate mindfulness into everyday activities, promoting continuous awareness throughout the day. Incorporating these meditation practices into daily life can lead to profound shifts in how we perceive and interact with the world. Regular meditation helps to develop a stable and clear mind, capable of seeing things as they truly are, rather than through the distorted lens of habitual thought patterns. Over time, this clarity can lead to greater wisdom, compassion, and equanimity in all aspects of life. By committing to a consistent meditation practice, individuals can gradually transform their minds and gain deeper insights into their own nature and the nature of reality. This transformation is not only beneficial for personal well-being, but also contributes to a more compassionate and harmonious world. Through meditation, we can learn to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and enlightened existence. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence, or anicca, is a fundamental principle that profoundly influences the way we think and perceive the world. Impermanence refers to the understanding that all conditioned phenomena are transient, constantly changing, and devoid of any permanent essence. This realization can significantly alter our thought patterns and lead to greater mental clarity. Recognizing impermanence helps us detach from rigid expectations and fixed ideas about ourselves and our surroundings. When we understand that everything is in a state of flux, we become less likely to cling to fleeting moments of pleasure or despair over temporary setbacks. This shift in perspective allows us to approach life with a more balanced and equanimous mind, reducing the mental turbulence caused by attachment and aversion. Moreover, embracing impermanence encourages us to live more fully in the present moment. Instead of being preoccupied with past regrets or future anxieties, we learn to appreciate the here and now. This mindfulness fosters a deeper awareness of our thoughts and emotions as they arise and pass away, enabling us to respond to situations with greater wisdom and compassion. Impermanence also teaches us about the interconnectedness of all things. Since everything is interdependent and subject to change, our thoughts and actions have far-reaching consequences. This understanding can inspire us to cultivate positive mental states and engage in wholesome behaviors that contribute to the well-being of ourselves and others. By internalizing the concept of impermanence, we can transform our relationship with suffering. We come to see that pain and discomfort are not permanent fixtures, but temporary experiences that will eventually pass. This insight can alleviate much of the fear and resistance we typically associate with difficult emotions, allowing us to face challenges with greater resilience and acceptance. In summary, the Buddhist teaching of impermanence offers a powerful framework for rethinking our habitual patterns of thought. By acknowledging the transient nature of all things, we can develop a more flexible, present-centered, and compassionate mindset that enhances our overall clarity and well-being. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness is a fundamental aspect of Buddhist practice that significantly contributes to achieving mental clarity and transforming the way we think. In Buddhism, these qualities are not just emotional states, but are considered essential virtues that help purify the mind and foster a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. Compassion, or karuna, involves recognizing the suffering of others and having a genuine desire to alleviate it. Loving kindness, or metta, is the unconditional love and goodwill extended to all beings without any expectation of return. The practice of cultivating these virtues begins with oneself. It is essential to develop self-compassion and loving kindness before extending these feelings to others. This involves acknowledging one's own suffering and imperfections with a gentle and non-judgmental attitude. By doing so, one can create a foundation of inner peace and self-acceptance, which is crucial for extending genuine compassion and loving kindness to others. One effective method for cultivating these qualities is through meditation practices specifically designed for this purpose. Metta meditation, for example, involves silently repeating phrases such as, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, and may I live with ease." After establishing a sense of loving kindness towards oneself, the practitioner gradually extends these wishes to others, starting with loved ones, then acquaintances, strangers, and even those with whom they have conflicts. This progressive expansion helps break down barriers of separation and fosters a sense of universal connectedness. Another important aspect is the practice of empathetic listening and mindful communication. By truly listening to others without judgment or interruption, one can better understand their experiences and emotions. This deepens empathy and strengthens the bonds of compassion. Mindful communication involves speaking with kindness, honesty, and intention, ensuring that one's words contribute positively to the well-being of others. In daily life, acts of kindness and generosity also play a significant role in cultivating compassion and loving kindness. Simple gestures such as offering help to someone in need, expressing gratitude, or even smiling at a stranger can have profound effects on both the giver and receiver. These actions reinforce the habit of thinking beyond oneself and recognizing the shared human experience. Moreover, reflecting on the concept of interdependence can enhance one's capacity for compassion. Understanding that all beings are interconnected and that one's actions have far-reaching consequences encourages a more compassionate outlook. This perspective helps dissolve feelings of isolation and fosters a sense of responsibility towards the well-being of others. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness requires consistent effort and practice. It is not an overnight transformation, but a gradual process that reshapes one's thoughts and attitudes over time. By integrating these virtues into daily life, individuals can achieve greater mental clarity, reduce negative thought patterns, and contribute to a more compassionate world. Through this practice, one not only enhances personal well-being, but also positively impacts the lives of others, creating a ripple effect of kindness and understanding throughout society. In Buddhism, the concepts of right view and right intention are foundational elements of the Noble Eightfold Path, which serves as a guide to ethical and mental development with the goal of freeing individuals from suffering and achieving enlightenment. Right view, also known as right understanding, involves seeing the world as it truly is, without the distortions of ignorance and delusion. It requires an understanding of the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering, its origin, its cessation, and the path leading to its cessation. By comprehending these truths, one can begin to see the impermanent and interconnected nature of all things, which helps in reducing attachment and aversion, two primary sources of suffering. Right intention, on the other hand, refers to the commitment to ethical and mental self-improvement. It involves cultivating intentions that are free from ill will, cruelty, and harmful desires. Instead, one should foster intentions rooted in goodwill, compassion, and renunciation. This means developing a mindset that seeks to benefit not only oneself but also others. The Buddha emphasized that our thoughts shape our actions. Thus, having pure intentions is crucial for leading a life that aligns with the principles of non-harming, ahimsa, and compassion. Together, right view and right intention form the basis for ethical conduct and mental discipline. They influence how we perceive situations and how we react to them. When one's view is aligned with reality and one's intentions are pure, it becomes easier to make decisions that lead to positive outcomes for oneself and others. This alignment helps in cultivating a clear mind that is not clouded by misconceptions or negative emotions. Practicing right view and right intention requires continuous self-reflection and mindfulness. It involves questioning our habitual ways of thinking and being open to new perspectives that align more closely with Buddhist teachings. Over time, this practice can lead to profound changes in how we experience life, making us more resilient in the face of challenges and more compassionate towards others. In essence, right view provides the wisdom needed to understand the true nature of reality, while right intention ensures that our motivations are aligned with this understanding. Together, they create a solid foundation for achieving mental clarity and emotional balance, ultimately guiding us towards a more enlightened way of living. Overcoming negative thought patterns is a crucial aspect of achieving mental clarity and well-being in Buddhism. Negative thoughts can cloud our judgment, distort our perception of reality, and lead to suffering. Buddhism offers several techniques and teachings to help individuals recognize, address, and transform these detrimental patterns. One of the foundational practices in Buddhism for overcoming negative thoughts is mindfulness. By cultivating mindfulness, we become more aware of our thoughts as they arise. This awareness allows us to observe our mental processes without attachment or aversion. Instead of being swept away by negative thoughts, we can acknowledge them, understand their origins, and let them pass without giving them undue power over our emotions and actions. Another important concept in Buddhism is the practice of right effort, which is part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right effort involves the conscious cultivation of positive states of mind, while simultaneously working to abandon negative ones. This means actively fostering qualities such as kindness, compassion, and equanimity, while letting go of anger, jealousy, and resentment. By consistently applying right effort, we can gradually weaken the hold that negative thought patterns have on us. Meditation also plays a significant role in transforming negative thoughts. Through regular meditation practice, we can develop greater mental discipline and clarity. Techniques such as loving-kindness meditation, metta, specifically target the cultivation of positive emotions towards oneself and others. By repeatedly focusing on generating feelings of love and compassion, we can counteract habitual negative thinking and replace it with more constructive mental states. The Buddhist teaching on impermanence, anicca, provides another powerful tool for overcoming negative thought patterns. Recognizing that all phenomena, including our thoughts and emotions, are transient helps us to not cling to negativity. When we understand that negative thoughts are temporary and will eventually pass, we can approach them with a sense of detachment and equanimity. Furthermore, the practice of self-inquiry and reflection is encouraged in Buddhism. By examining the root causes of our negative thoughts, such as past experiences, deep-seated fears, or unfulfilled desires, we can gain insight into why these patterns persist. This understanding allows us to address the underlying issues more effectively, rather than merely dealing with surface-level symptoms. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of community and support in overcoming negative thought patterns. Engaging with a sangha, community of practitioners, provides a supportive environment where individuals can share their experiences, receive guidance, and find encouragement. The collective wisdom and compassion within a sangha can be instrumental in helping individuals navigate their mental challenges. In summary, overcoming negative thought patterns in Buddhism involves a multifaceted approach that includes mindfulness, right effort, meditation, understanding impermanence, self-inquiry, and community support. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we can gradually transform our minds, reduce suffering, and achieve greater clarity and peace. In Buddhism, the concept of interconnectedness, often referred to as interbeing, is fundamental to understanding the nature of existence and perception. This principle posits that all beings and phenomena are deeply interdependent and interconnected. Nothing exists in isolation. Everything is part of a vast, intricate web of relationships. This understanding can profoundly affect how we perceive ourselves, others, and the world around us. Recognizing interconnectedness helps dissolve the illusion of a separate self, which is a core source of suffering according to Buddhist teachings. When we see ourselves as distinct and isolated entities, we tend to develop attachments and aversions that lead to mental and emotional turmoil. By realizing that our existence is intertwined with that of others, we begin to cultivate a sense of empathy and compassion. This shift in perception encourages us to act with greater kindness and consideration, knowing that our actions have far-reaching consequences. Interconnectedness also influences our perception by fostering a sense of unity and belonging. When we understand that our well-being is linked to the well-being of others, we become more mindful of our thoughts, words, and actions. This awareness can lead to more harmonious relationships and a more peaceful society. It encourages us to look beyond superficial differences and recognize the shared humanity that binds us all. Moreover, this concept challenges the dualistic thinking that often dominates our minds. Instead of seeing things in terms of us versus them or self versus other, we start to appreciate the fluidity and interdependence of all life forms. This holistic view can reduce feelings of alienation and separation, promoting a more inclusive and compassionate worldview. The interconnectedness of all beings also has practical implications for how we approach problems and challenges. Understanding that our actions impact the larger whole can inspire us to make more sustainable and ethical choices. Whether it's in our personal lives or on a global scale, recognizing our interconnectedness can lead to more responsible and mindful decision-making. In essence, embracing the interconnectedness of all beings transforms our perception by fostering a deeper sense of connection, compassion, and responsibility. It encourages us to move beyond self-centered thinking and embrace a more expansive view of life, where every action is seen as part of a larger tapestry. This shift in perception not only enhances our mental clarity, but also contributes to a more compassionate and harmonious world. Incorporating Buddhist principles into daily life can lead to profound changes in how we perceive and interact with the world. One of the most accessible ways to begin is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in each moment, paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. This can be practiced through simple activities such as mindful eating, where one pays close attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of food, or mindful walking, where each step is taken with full awareness of the movement and contact with the ground. Another practical step is to engage in regular meditation. Meditation helps to calm the mind and develop a deeper understanding of oneself. Even dedicating just a few minutes each day to sitting quietly and focusing on the breath can make a significant difference. Over time, this practice can help reduce stress, increase concentration, and foster a sense of inner peace. Practicing compassion and loving kindness is also essential. This can be done through metta meditation, where one silently repeats phrases wishing happiness and well-being for oneself and others. Extending these wishes even to those with whom we have conflicts can transform our relationships and promote a more harmonious existence. Understanding and embracing the concept of impermanence can also bring clarity. Recognizing that all things are transient helps us let go of attachments and reduces suffering. This perspective encourages us to appreciate each moment and remain open to change. Adopting the Eightfold Path as a guide for ethical living is another effective way to implement Buddhist principles. This path includes right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. By aligning our actions with these principles, we cultivate a life of integrity and purpose. Additionally, reflecting on the interconnectedness of all beings can shift our perception from a self-centered viewpoint to one that acknowledges our interdependence. This understanding fosters empathy and motivates us to act in ways that benefit not only ourselves, but also others. Finally, setting aside time for regular self-reflection can help identify negative thought patterns and behaviors that hinder clarity. Journaling or discussing experiences with a trusted friend or teacher can provide insights and support personal growth. By integrating these practices into daily routines, individuals can gradually transform their thinking patterns, leading to greater clarity and a more fulfilling life grounded in Buddhist principles. In the journey towards mental clarity and transformation, personal stories and case studies offer profound insights into the practical application of Buddhist principles. These narratives not only illustrate the transformative power of Buddhist teachings, but also provide relatable examples that can inspire and guide others on their path. Consider the story of Sarah, a corporate executive who found herself constantly overwhelmed by stress and anxiety. Despite her professional success, she felt a persistent sense of dissatisfaction and confusion. Seeking relief, Sarah turned to mindfulness meditation, a practice rooted in Buddhism. Through consistent meditation, she began to observe her thoughts without judgment, allowing her to understand the transient nature of her emotions. This practice helped her develop a greater sense of clarity and calm, enabling her to navigate her professional and personal life with increased equanimity. Another compelling example is that of John, a war veteran struggling with PTSD. Traditional therapies provided limited relief, leading him to explore alternative approaches. John discovered the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, which offered him a framework for understanding his suffering and a practical guide for alleviating it. By integrating mindfulness and compassion into his daily routine, John experienced a significant reduction in his symptoms. His newfound clarity allowed him to reconnect with his family and find purpose in helping other veterans through similar struggles. Then there is Maria, a single mother dealing with the pressures of raising children while managing a demanding job. The constant juggling act left her feeling exhausted and disconnected from herself. Maria attended a retreat focused on loving kindness meditation, metta, where she learned to cultivate compassion towards herself and others. This practice transformed her perspective, enabling her to approach life's challenges with a more open heart and clear mind. The shift in her thinking not only improved her relationship with her children, but also enhanced her overall well-being. These stories are not isolated incidents, but part of a broader tapestry of transformation experienced by individuals who embrace Buddhist teachings. They highlight how principles such as mindfulness, compassion, and the understanding of impermanence can lead to profound changes in thought patterns and overall mental clarity. Each narrative underscores the importance of consistent practice and the willingness to look inward, demonstrating that clarity is not an elusive goal, but an attainable state of mind. Through these personal accounts, we see that Buddhist practices offer practical tools for overcoming negative thought patterns and achieving mental clarity. They remind us that transformation is possible for anyone willing to embark on this path with sincerity and dedication. Whether dealing with everyday stress or deep-seated trauma, the principles of Buddhism provide a roadmap for navigating life's complexities with greater awareness and insight. In conclusion, the journey towards gaining more clarity in life through changing the way we think is deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings. By understanding the nature of the mind and embracing mindfulness, we can begin to see our thoughts more clearly and manage them more effectively. The Four Noble Truths provide a foundational framework for recognizing the sources of our suffering and the path to alleviating it, while the Eightfold Path offers practical steps to cultivate right thinking and behavior. Meditation practices serve as essential tools for achieving mental clarity, allowing us to observe our thoughts without attachment and develop a deeper awareness of our mental processes. Embracing the concept of impermanence helps us to let go of rigid thought patterns and remain open to change, fostering a more flexible and adaptive mindset. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness not only enhances our relationships with others, but also purifies our own minds, leading to greater inner peace. The principles of right view and right intention are crucial in guiding our thoughts towards positivity and truth. By overcoming negative thought patterns, we can break free from cycles of suffering and move towards a more enlightened state of being. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings shifts our perception from a self-centered viewpoint to one that appreciates the collective experience of life. Implementing these Buddhist principles in daily life requires commitment and practice, but the rewards are profound. Through case studies and personal stories, we see how individuals have transformed their lives by adopting these teachings, finding greater clarity, peace, and fulfillment. As we reflect on these insights, it becomes evident that changing the way we think is not just about altering individual thoughts, but about cultivating a holistic approach to life that embraces wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. By integrating these principles into our daily routines, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity, ultimately leading to a more harmonious existence. To keep expanding your spiritual awareness, click one of the videos on screen now.